¿Qué pasa, hijos del hexágono? ¿Qué pasa? Me echasteis de menos ayer, que falté a mi cita diaria. Bueno, es que he estado liado con la entrevista de Kebra, que ya os la traigo aquí. Solo comentarte, querido hermano, de los 6 lados, que este vídeo me ha llevado muchísimo tiempo montarlo. Así que, por favor, te pediré un favor de parte de Kebra. En vez de dar a la campanita, suscribirte y compartir el vídeo, que si lo haces estaría muy bien, te pido humildemente que después de ver esta entrevista, escribas en la descripción del vídeo tu opinión sobre la hoja de ruta de Kebra. Dicho esto, no pierdo más tiempo. Takeshi, por favor. Dale, papi. Dale.
¡Vamos todos al dron!
Hola a todos mis hermanos de los 6 lados. Tenemos con nosotros a Kebra La Ballena, que quedó segunda en la puja por la Torre Eiffel. Ha accedido a hacernos esta entrevista y vamos a saber de primera mano cuáles son sus planes que tenía y qué es lo que tiene pensado para VR. No os entretengo más, vamos al lío. Kebra, really, thank you for staying with us and thank you for being in this interview. Could you tell me any kind of background about yourself before begin?
Yes, so I'm an early investor since 2013 in Bitcoin. And then I caught Ethereum at the right time. Maybe I missed a little Decentraland, so I woke up rather late. But still now I decided, well, to be and to keep completely up to date with all the crypto metaverses. So I'm not really in NFTs. So it's NFTs, but when it's related to land, not to art. So that's my typically that's where I want to invest and to get fun.
Wow, nice. And you think the metaverse is gonna be probably down the road? It's gonna be a huge thing, around the world.
Yes, exactly, and that's where I feel more comfortable. I think art is okay. It's going to be great, and it is great. But where I feel comfortable, where I can feel the market, what's going on, it's when there is some lands, typically some metaverses. Metaverses with lands. Not only make games, there needs to be a land, a house, an island, something.
I see. Actually, sorry, many people we are discussing about this is gonna be take a long period to suit that in to base it in for all people in all society. Still, we think we have a long way to do. We still thinking that this is the way, this is the beginning. We are starting, and thanks to people as you, like this kind of way, that have a different point of view. Maybe it's better, maybe just different, but we are thinking that this is the way, the path to follow, is what we think. Whatever, I'm going to make you a question, okay? Which the people actually asked me. Kebra, how do you feel about you almost no, in fact you have bid for the Eiffel Tower around almost 100,000 euros. How does it feel?
Yes, let me explain how it started. So,
yes, sure.
Typically, so I am French, so the Eiffel Tower is something very important for me. And for me, the price was about 20 Ethereum. That's what I felt reasonable to put. So, the first day I just started, I wanted to play, to make some buzz. So I did some auction above myself. So I was the only one auctioning, and I was doing I was increasing the price alone. So that was just for fun. And then came two participants. And when I saw, and I had a look at Etherscan, and when there are some really important auctions, I'm looking at the addresses, how much do those participants have. And so I saw that these two people had 18 Ethereum and 25. I say, okay, maybe 25 I can get it. So I just started to play and we fought. And at the end, then came Camembert.
Yeah.
Camembert, who won the auction, and I did the same thing. So I looked at its wallet on Ethercan, and I saw that he had several hundreds of Ethereum.
Sorry, keep going. Sorry. Just thinking because I just did it. I did a video talking about the beat, and in that moment we have discussed, in the other Telegram chat. They say, "Oh my God, Cam member has around 800 Ethereum in his wallet." It's like a madness. How can be? It was so funny and so exciting at the same time.
Yes, exactly. And so I knew two things. I knew I wasn't going to win the auction, but I also knew that I could put the auction above $100,000, and that's what I tried to do actually.
Wow.
I knew I was going to lose, but I said, okay, let's do for all the overland, for all the other people, let's raise the price. 100,000 was okay for me, so at 100,000, and by the way, it was almost at my max, so I let it go, and I think it's okay for me. I mean, I will explain why it's okay for me and why the Eiffel Tower. I think it's very important that the auction did succeed and went so high. But for me, it's okay not to have it. I mean, I didn't feel frustrated,
Just gambling, no playing, not something like this for you.
Yeah, because and actually you wanted to ask me, so what are your goals in the OVR? Let me explain. So in fact, I have three goals, three main goals. The first one is just to make some money, like everyone, just to get some money, some returns on investment, and for that, typically. I try to buy some shops, in very commercial location in the world. So typically, location I know, so Paris and Tokyo also. They were not too expensive, so that's where I bought some shop. And then I said, okay, when you see the Atari casino on Decentraland, I said, okay, it's going also to happen on OVR. So, what are the cities which are casino? It's typically, for me, it's Las Vegas. And so in Las Vegas, so I bought some stuff, but it was already crowded. But I did a lot of stuff. I did a lot of X's in Macau. And Macau is still quite free, And Macau, if you look at the real world number, it's twice the number of dollars. I mean, it's twice Las Vegas. So it's very popular in Asia. Us Europeans, we are not aware of it.
I know. Let me explain you something for you and for the audience. My wife, she's belonged to Hong Kong. And part of her family is based living in Macau. I've been in Macau many, many times. I've never been in Las Vegas, but I can say to everyone, Macau is really awesome. Just thousands of casinos, so fancy, spectacular. It's really, really awesome indeed. I think it's a good investment, Macau.
Yes, and if you are going to Macau, you will see some strange scenes. That's me.
I will let you know.
Some streets. If you look at it, you will see some rows of X's for, 50 rows. I try to recreate a city. So that's mine. That's me. And I advise you to invest in Macau. I think it's still cheap, and I think it's going to be big. But when the Asian people come, European, no, they are going to Las Vegas.
Yes, probably many of the customers in Macau, in the most popular in Lisboa casino, I say it in Spanish, in Lisbon casino, and in Venetian, they are over 95% are Chinese, but from mainland, from China. Not from Hong Kong or Macau. They are different kind of customers. Of course, there are few Wednesday, but not many. Just what I want to tell you for your knowledge. There are not many in Macau.
Exactly. So I went to Macau and I saw that, as you said, it's 95%. So I think for me, and that's one of your last question, where do you think we should invest? I think definitely Macau is the place to invest. Maybe 35 X's is still cheap. So I think that's the way. That's the place to invest. Definitely. When you see the Atari casino Decentraland, it's going to happen here.
I will, because also I have few friends. If you do something, let me know. I will ask them to go to the Hex to check it out. And if I go, of course, I will check it also. And I will let you know for sure. I would like to ask you something personal issue. If you don't want, don't ask me. But I just explain you, I'm going to say the background why I'm asking you that. I don't know. Actually, in OBR, the higher bid is from also a Spanish guy from the Alhambra. And also,
yes, I've seen that. Yes.
Also, I did him an interview, and we've been talking about how do you and how do you say to your family. He told me his most problem was told to his wife. Okay, he said his wife becomes so crazy. He said, "What did you spend $1,000 money about this? Are you crazy?" This so for people who doesn't understand what is this, no. Also, did you have this problem in your family, or you doesn't?
No, definitely, but that was when I invested in Bitcoin. And actually, I didn't tell my wife I invested in Bitcoin for 5 years. And then I told her when it was in 2018, I said, I invested in Bitcoin.
It's
way
a good
too
point.
much at the time. But now you see. And so she didn't see it.
And now and I guess now she doesn't say anything, no? She doesn't say anything.
But I really waited for 5 years. She knew I was in Bitcoin, but she didn't know I invested so much. So that's why.
I have similar issues, but not with money, honestly. But right now, at least she knows something, but not all, of course. Because if not, I'm gonna be honest, I will have a huge issue at home, and I try to avoid it.
Same for me. So Macau was the first, so casino, the shops. So for me, there are two other interesting topics, and I think they are more interesting even than casino. The first one is lobbying. I think there's going to be some politics in Overland in this metaverse. So, in France, you are in Facebook, and the government is just trying to communicate to you about various subjects, typically COVID. Okay, but why I would not have imagined 10 years ago that the French government would try to tell me something on Facebook. And I think the same thing is going to happen in Overland. I think the governments are going to communicate to you in Overland. So that's what I am doing. I took main government office, and typically I think I also did it in Madrid. On all European capitals, I have 3 to 5x in front of government offices. If you want to deliver a message, whatever it is, or to do some advertisement, the governments are going to be very aware of their image on those lands if it becomes great. So that's my second axis is lobbying. I think that's what I think it's going to happen, and it's going to be big.
Wow, this is interesting. Also, just for curiosity, somehow, or are you going to arrange any kind of activities, or no? You are going to skip the activities?
No, I'm going to be probably activist, at least
perfect.
For the first campaign, and maybe to rent all my exes in front of all government offices in the world.
Okay. Guys, also there is another point of view. Kebra is telling that you can use also the heads to not even for artists or for teaching, also for activism, which I think is nice if you are not thinking in getting any kind of future investment back through your pocket. It's just another kind of use it, okay? Sorry, Kebra, keep going.
So that's the second my second goal. And the third goal, for me, it's the most exciting, actually.
Tell me.
I'm trying to set up a pilgrimage agency. There are various holy sites in the world for various religions. There are some places in India, for instance, where the Buddha was born. So I am trying to set up, to buy access on the religious site, and I want to lead people to organize some kind of trips, and maybe some of them will be free, and maybe I'm not going to pay to make everyone paying, but maybe I will organize, and the fact that I organize the trips, it will be touristic trips, but for religious sites, I'm going to arrange that. So that's one of my goals. I don't know if it's going to work, but at least I find it very fun to organize and try to be interesting. And also to be respectful of the various religions. So I will not try to do whatever I want, in terms of...
I understand.
You understand that. I mean, you have to be prudent. The same for the lobbying. When you touch religious sites, you have to also to be respectful of the people. And sometimes it's conflictual. So there are some, typically we can think of Jerusalem. It's not easy between Muslims, Jews, Christians, so there might be fights. So you have to be very aware and to be prudent. And I am thinking about that. So that's my third axis.
No, but
that's it. That's enough, I guess.
I think it's really interesting, but I think your point of view is awesome. I mean, out of the religious or the kind of cool people, is you are spotting a place that having many flowing people, which means it's so interesting. If you want to buy a hex, the most interesting thing, or one of the most interesting, gotta be that have flowing people, always flowing, many strolling, walking people. If not, doesn't have enough sense. No, I think, in my opinion, it's not like buy a hex in the middle of the sea that no one is going through. I think your point of view, I think, really is quite smart.
Yeah, yes, exactly. We need some hexes that are important for the people in the real life. So Macau, it's Macau because it's associated with gambling. Mm-hmm. So that's it. Government office, it's not for the people actually. I think it will be important for the government. If they can't do a pilgrimage, they will say, okay, I can't do it, but at least I do it virtually in my heart. So that's how it's going to be done. And I have to be respectful of that, not to try to earn money absolutely. So I mean, there will be some social responsibility with all what I'm trying to do. Okay, whether it's Macau, whether it's lobbying, or whether it's only religious sites. We have to be aware that things are not so simple, and be careful of listening to many different points of view.
Nice, awesome, really stunning. For me, it's so brilliant. Okay, let's going to pass to another question. In your opinion, when do you think augmented reality technology is going to have a more stronger demand? Maybe 2 years, 4 years, 6 years. What are you expecting?
I have no clue. I have no feeling about that. I have no answer.
Okay.
I think it's going to grow. It is growing,
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the history of metaverses, there are a lot of already dead metaverses that seems on the paper as good as OVR. Typically, I think there was but there are many. If you look at the white papers,
Mm-hmm.
they are still active, but they're dead. You see, yes, there's still a page, but it's dead, no activity. So maybe it's growing. I hope that OVR will be one of the first.
So do I.
With CryptoVoxel, but who knows? We are not sure. But I think it's progressing, and maybe OVR is not the right one. We have to wait for the one after. This is not clear, but we have to. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that's a bet.
This is my bet is gonna be at least 4 years, and also before I discuss it on this channel and with other people in forum about this, at least we need the price drop. We need to, for this kind of device, nowadays the price is really high for regular people. Meanwhile, it's so expensive, this kind of the device. I think this technology is not going to hit the society for now, but in 4 or 5 years, I think could be the beginning, or at least the moment to rise up this technology and share to everyone. It's my bet.
Yes, but even if you look at the app, the OVR app on the smartphone, it's not so bad. I mean, it's just a start, and I think it's already something good. You don't have, the real virtual glasses, but at least there's something growing. I see. So we are progressing, but I don't know how long it will take to really catch the trend.
Yep, yes, but don't misunderstood now the next word I'm gonna say. I checked the OBR app in different kind of phone, in a expensive and regular phone, and still it's really okay, but a few of them have issues, and not everyone have a good phone or just have regular phone, and this is first I think a problem. And the second problem is for the augmented reality is you cannot ask people, I think, always be with the phone on their hand to check the street or whatever. I think at least we need to wait for a huge adoption for the glass or the contact lens that now they are doing a few prototypes.
I agree. So we both agree that it needs to mature and it is not completely fully mature. And I hope that OVR will be the right one. I am also looking at Arcona, you know.
Sí.
But Arcona is very expensive. It's completely mad. I mean, an X on Arcona is really expensive.
Indeed. And the project is somehow I think it's really different as OVR is going to base it also. It's expensive and different is my opinion.
Yeah.
We are talking about the platform. Why do you recommend to another investor or new investor to become a user of the OBR platform, Kebra?
I think you need to. There are, as I said previously, there have been some tries, trying to. It didn't succeed. Maybe this one is going to succeed. We are not 100% sure it's going to succeed. Indeed. But I see the marketing is from OVR compared to Arcona and other sites is very proactive. So I'm still confident, and personally I bet almost all of my augmented reality stuff is on OVR, definitely. I think it's a more mature, with more people, with a more potential as of today. Maybe not technically, maybe Arcona is better technically, but I mean there's only a few 1,000 followers on their Telegram channel. It's not very active, so I bet on OVR. And when I see the app, I think it's okay to start. It's going to improve the interface. Their design website is. I'm not a specialist, but it's quite okay for me. I mean, I was able to do something, at least what I wanted. Not something very fancy, you know, but so I think it's working. I don't see any major bugs. Some quality, yeah. And again, I think when you see Decentraland, the casino in Decentraland, the jobs, whatever, the NFT galleries, whatever, I think it's even more richer in augmented reality. I think you have to make the difference between augmented reality and virtual reality. Virtual reality, it's fine, it's Decentraland, but I think, at least for myself, augmented reality, there's a plus and much more potential.
I'm agree. Besides, I want to, it's my opinion again about the Arcona. I've been some time checking their website just for check what the enemy is doing. My opinion about their website also is like a little bit abandoned. They are not updating many things. It's like I don't know because they are focused now to develop their own technology or what, but for me it doesn't feel that they are so engaged with the user. That is only my feeling. It's not. It doesn't mean that it's the truth.
I think they have a marketing problem clearly.
Yeah, and marketing is one of the key of the success. By the way, OBR is doing, in my opinion, a huge effort to marketing, and I hope everything is work, of course.
Exactly. So I think we both agree on the marketing and compared to Arcona. Yes, I agree.
Well, for finishing, do you want to say something else or whatever?
No, I think really I delivered my what are my plans. These 3 axes. My last command is coming Macau. I really think it's going to be big. And it's not big as of today because it's only mostly European people involved. But when the Asian people will come and they are big gamblers, maybe even more than European, it will be some big stuff. And you see that in the real world, twice the number of dollars in Macau compared to Las Vegas real world. I think it's going to be the same in OVR.
Now I fancy to buy something in Macau. Actually, I bought many things in Hong Kong, but I think probably after this calling, I'm going to check out something in Macau. Really. Then, Kebra, really thank you for allowing me to have this interview about you, about your point of view in this kind of investment. Really pleasure to stay with us.
Same for me. Thank you.
And I don't want to go bother more. I don't want to steal your time, but feel free to come again to this home wherever you want.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.
See you on OVR. Bye.
Thanks to you. Bye.